Yo, everybody. Welcome back to yet another episode of the Madness Estate. Boy, it's been a minute since I've been able to say that. I've taken a much needed break over the holidays and had a lot of things going on. But I'm back for now, and this is the first video of the new year. Anyways, I figure for this episode, we do something a bit crazy. 4 classes that I've never shown before on the channel, and 4 classes that are brand new, in testing, and that may or may not work well together. This is a team of all time. And I don't mean that in a good way, potentially. Anyways, let's get right to it.
I knew all these
This is an apprentice run. This is a this is a medium Weald apprentice run with 4 lads that have never been seen before. So, okay, so the Ripperkin is a frontal. How do I describe her? She's basically a Hellion on crack. She's Hellion from hell. Let's say it that way. You'll see how she performs as soon as we get to combat. We have the Harborman, who is a abomination style lad. He likes the front line. He has a little bit of stun, a little bit of disrupt, a little bit of damage in his transformed state. You'll see when I get to combat. Like I said, these are all pretty weird heroes. The Guru. How do I describe this motherfucker? I don't. Like I said, again, this is another case of you'll see when I get to combat. And then we have the aesthete. This is Oliver from Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn. He was a boss you could fight in one, and he was a playable character in the other. And of course, Nosferatu tanking is going to be his deal. He is a back rank / mid rank support and healer with some tanking and repulse shenanigans. He's got a pretty good niche here. But like I said, these characters I don't even know where to begin on describing them. This is a very weird team, so this is going to be crazy. So let's give everyone a training ribbon, everyone a Kraken ribbon, and a performance ribbon. Yeah, like you can see, Guru, his move action is a stun to himself reaction. See what I mean? And she has Rush Hour, 4/3 plus 5 speed. Yeah, there's all kinds of shenanigans happening here, ladies and gentlemen. I think y'all are gonna like how crazy this is gonna get. These characters are far removed from any typical class. I think the ones closest to vanilla design would be these two, Harborman and Aesthetic. Aesthetic? I don't even know how you say that word. Close, basically Oliver and Harborman are the closest to vanilla design. Ripperkin is just a Hellion on crack, but Guru? Yeah. I give up. I'm not even going to attempt to describe him. You're just going to have to see him in action. Let's go ahead and clear up here. So far, so good. It looks like Zot gave him some,
well performed.
He has a investigation sprite now. When I used him before, he had, like, barely any assets to him. He was a placeholder of hell. But now he's got more animations by Hetty, who is the lead over at Project Iron Crown. This is a character that's been in the works for a while as well. Harborman is being headed by Wuna, and I think the art was done by Turk, but don't quote me on that. The idol sprite and the animation was done by Isaac, but the idol sprite, Ripperkin does not have this in Black Reliquary. This was done by Pavel. And I think the art for this was done by Wellington. The art was done by... I don't even know what he goes by these days, but he heads the Spider Court project. And a couple other things going on there. I'll get proper credits when these mods are all released. And this little love child is the brainchild of Zotland, who did a couple classes, and he did a couple of class reworks that I'd like to use, such as the Flagellant and the Shieldbreaker one. He did a Torch rework, and he's also one of the devs for Project Iron Crown. The assets here were all animated by Hedy, and Zotland himself added a couple art assets that he was missing. So, there's some crazy stuff here. Okay, we have a troubling effigy. Let's go ahead and clear... Let's get rid of that glutton. I don't want that on the monkey. No? Thought that would get... Okay, it gives a, It gives a freaking work. Yeah, it's better than nothing, I suppose. What the fuck's that? This is from the monkey. Bananas. Rotate. Okay. Oh man, this is already getting wild. Alright, moving on. Fight. There we go, and yeah, there's the Ripperkin in all her glory. She doesn't have a transformation skill like Abomination or anything like that. That's why I said just wait till combat, you'll see what's going on. I think it was suggested that she does get a transformation, but I don't think Isaac is willing to do that. I'm not entirely sure what their plan is from there. But for now, she's a pick 4 hero with a unique move skill. Alright. I'm not even going to explain these characters, I'm just going to play the dungeon now. Alright, so we have a Shriekling, a dog, and 2 nymphs. Now, Guru works like this. He has skills with effects that have while not stunned and while stunned, right? So I could sit here and use Invigorate, which is a 2-3 heal. But if I stun himself, it turns into Cure Bleed or Cure Blight Bleed plus 2 HP healed. So he stuns himself like so. But because it's a free action and it stays his turn, he retains his movement, or retains his turn. So, now he has all this, which is pretty cool. So I could use Knockout, and go boom. He's still very work in progress. He doesn't really have a lot of effects going on here, but that's the basic premise of Guru. And then when his turn comes around, he'll be stunned, obviously, but the whole idea is for his wild stun effects to be powerful, basically. Okay, let's go ahead and protect the Harborman. There we go. Get that riposte set up on you. And let's go ahead and try to stun this other nymph. Nope, missed. Rats. Okay. Go ahead and get the Ripperkin to get to work here. Go ahead and rev up. There we are. Alright, blood is fuel. Let's go ahead and nail you.
Executed
Nice.
with impunity.
Like I said, all these characters are still work in progress. I think the Ripperkin might be a little bit strong for her current state. And I think her mode changes need to be a little bit more clear from the little bit I've been using of her on some test files. Alright, there we go. Alright, change to mode Bloodlust. Go ahead and do that. Get her amped up. Blood's fuel. I'm gonna kill that bird.
Executed.
There we go. Boom.
As the fiend
no
falls,
devourer.
faint hope blossoms.
Okay, let's go ahead and transform with you. So he transforms and he becomes like a hyper DPS essentially. So we have Lash of Lightning, Brutal Discharge plus 5 accuracy. This is basically a lightning strike. It gradually gets stronger the more you use it. This is a Frontal Cleave, which increases the damage of Brutal Discharge and Lash of Lightning. Maelstrom is a group AoE shuffle and stun, very risky to use. Brutal Discharge is a armor piercing bolt.
Another one
Like so.
falls.
He swings his pole and zap, zap, zap. And changes them back to normal. That's the basic premise of Harborman. Ah, missed. Go. Yes, hit the fat man. Get riposted. I hate these nymphs. They call reinforcements and do all kinds of annoying shenanigans. Just go ahead and do this.
Back to the
Just
pit.
kill him. Oh shit, she actually damages herself. Let's go ahead and try a healer. There we go. 5 heal. Not terrible, but not good either. Alright, you're being guarded. I'm gonna guard the Ripperkin. That way we can use the heal next turn.
Their formation is broken.
Oh, there is no next turn.
Maintain the offensive.
Okay. Like I said, you're gonna have to bear with me. I barely use these classes all at once. I barely used them in testing to begin with. Okay, do we disturb the coffin? Yeah, I'll do that on the way back. Go down. Go ahead and go down here. Clear this path. Alright, 50 torch. I'll come back to shovel that up in a minute. Alrighty. Okay. Go clear that.
Wealth beyond
Another
measure,
torch, more gold.
awarded to the brave and the
Um,
foolhardy alike.
I'll just drop the gold. Not really hurting for it.
Nature herself, a
Go.
victim to the spreading corruption.
I think what I'll do is go back to the coffin and camp in that room. Alrighty. How's y'all's New Year been? Hope you guys are having a good time, had a good holidays, and all that jazz. Gonna shovel that up.
Glittering
Uproot
gold,
those bunnies from their
trinkets and
home.
baubles,
I require
pour in blood.
gold. Oh, let's go ahead and get rid of those herbs. Alright. There we go. Glutton sucks because he eats up all my food. Gonna do this. Nice.
If
Ah.
only treasure could staunch the flow.
I don't want either of
of
those.
otherworldly corruption.
Let's go ahead and camp. Go ahead and get that out of the
A
way.
moment of respite.
There we go. Ah, she has a camp sprite too.
Against the coming horrors.
Nice. So she has a lot more sprites than I'm used to when I last used her. When I used her before, all she did is just stay in the Ripkin form, essentially. So this back port is interesting to see. Alright, Harborman has some interesting effects here. Swear Vengeance, time cost 2, plus 20% damage versus Eldritch, minus 10% stress versus Eldritch, all campaigns plus 10 stress. So this would normally be really good in the Weald, but because I'm running Vegetation Overhaul, this is really only relevant in the Cove and some parts of the Ruins. Gaze upon the Iris. Stare at the little eyeball he's got. Minus 20% damage received if in mode charge, 10% damage if in mode charge, 4 battles plus 20 stress. Only at 2 costs, that's actually pretty good. Minus 20% damage received is massive. I might actually use that. Crowns and Anchors. Alright, a bunch of 50% chance to either lose 20% stress or gain 10 stress. Did I say percent stress? Produce a random amount of gold, all companions, a slew of stress-related gambling there. And a Fisherman's Tale, time cost 4, self only plus 10 stress, 10% stress for 4 battles, All companions minus 20 stress. That's not bad. 10% damage for his Eldritch. That's worth it alone just for the stress heal for everyone. That's a really strong stress heal. Let's see. Oh, Oliver, hit Banquet for the Eyes. Time cost 2, produce 1 to the 4 food. Party, 33% healing from food. Not bad. Ashira's Blessing. Self only, plus 15% all skill chances. That's pretty nice. All companions, if religious, plus 15% all skill chances. Interesting. Religious fella. Actually, that makes sense, given his nature from the games. Admirable Poise. 3-time cost, remove mortality debuffs. Minus 33% damage received if HP below 40%. Plus 2 damage. Very nice. Loving Protection. Self only plus 33% guard duration. 25% riposte damage. And then one companion, 75% chance to reduce stress by 20, or 25% chance to increase it by 10. Then we have the Guru, the Monkey. Shared Instance. Prevent nighttime ambush. Don't mind if I do. Oh. Blue String. Doesn't have barks yet. All companions plus 10% stun resistance if religious. Another religious lad. Nice. 10% stun res. I wish base Darkest Dungeon had more to do with religion. Alright. So, Special Herb Tea. Time cost 3. One companion, heal 20% health. Minus 10 stress, remove mortality debuffs. Very nice. Meditation, minus 5 speed, plus 30% damage for 4 battles, plus 6% crit. For only 2 costs, that's pretty nice. Jade Work, produce a Magatama. I assume this is a, Oh. It's a loot. It's a loot item or a cure stun for all allies. That's actually rad. Let me go ahead and grab 2 of those, please. They stack. Alright, and then we have Ripperkin. Terrible Knight, self only 50% damage if in position 1. Minus 15% damage if not in position 1. Plus 3 speed, 20% stress, guaranteed nighttime ambush. That's actually kind of... That's actually a bit weak. 3 speed is massive, but only 15% damage? I don't know if that's worth the guaranteed nighttime ambush. Even at only 2 cost. Let's look at the smaller or shorter shorter skills. Perpetual Motion Machine. 2 costs, suffer 15% HP damage, 20% healing received. That actually would be pretty good. Solar Wind, time cost 4, minus 30% torch burn rate, plus 999, basically making her go first every single turn. And then we have it's going down. Self only 20% HP damage, 25% damage. Now that's what I'm talking about. Time cost 1, minus 20% healing received, 20 stress. One companion, 20% HP damage plus 25% damage. So it's a super buff to an ally and herself. For less healing received and some HP damage. Only a time cost 1. Alright. Alright. And at the end of this dungeon, I'm going to go through each character, like read their tooltips and stuff like that. Because like I said, I barely did any... I didn't read most of these characters, so... yeah, I'm a workshop user. Typical workshop user right now. Alright, let's go ahead and... Gaze Upon the Iris is actually really good. Lots of stress, but... Let's see if we can try to chill him out now. I don't think we'll be able to. admirable poise. I've seen death's vistas and returned even wiser, like more exquisite even. All right, I guess we'll take another Magatama. Like I said, it's green. And it's not even fully spelled out green. It's just grin. It's just grin and rotate banana. The memes.
In radiance, may we
Alright.
find victory.
Apologies for the mess of this episode, but like I said, you're just gonna have to bear with me. Don't know anything about any of these characters except maybe Guru. And even then, I barely use Guru. Go ahead and switch up her skills. Let's keep Rip and Tear. Let's do Whiplash, Come Forth, and no Whiplash. Rip and Tear, Come Forth, keep Rev Up and Feed the Beast. Do we have any trap disarmers? Yes, we do. The old man. Alright, perfect. That'll help a little bit. Alright, 4 dogs. Let's get going. Alright, let's go ahead and protect the Ripken. She is more frail than I expected her to be. Go and rev up. Get that extra action.
The will to fight. Fall.
That alone is pretty powerful, given how much damage she can do. Yeah, look at that. Alright, let's go ahead and do a stress heal with the monkey. Stun yourself. No, go ahead and do this. Yeah. Come at me now, boy. Boyo. 100% damage reflection. Go ahead and charge up. There we are. Do the funny. Boom. Aw. Aw. None of it hit. I like the animation of that skill.
Press this advantage. Give them no
Oliver
quarter.
doing work. Get reflected, idiot. There we go. Honestly, this group will survive because of how much damage is going to come out from Oliver and the Ripperkin. We might have healing issues if things get really bad. We encounter the, what you call it, either the tree. Actually, no, I'm not scared of the tree. I do have bleed, but if we encounter the harvester, we might be in for a bad time. Go. A little bit of damage there. Nice. Go ahead and do a nice heal here. So he heals like Thorn does. If there's guard and guarding, he heals a lot more. You want to guard either from Oliver or someone else for him to get the most value out of it.
Continue the onslaught.
That's pretty nice. I like that.
Them all.
Alright. Pretty good. Pretty good. I understand why Guru has a time cost 1 Magatama now. It is to get him
Stuff is only the first
personally
test.
out of stun when you use the
Cowards must be
skill
carried
Overwhelm. Ah. Yes, or Overpower, excuse me. I'm gonna change up his skills. Come on. Alright. Let's use Knockout, Petrify, Overwhelm, and Rock. See how this plays out. Sure, why not? Let's fight some bugs. Alrighty. See, we could daze or we could stun. I do need to try to hit that back line. Let's use Overwhelm. What's the... Oh, that's a stun extender. Alrighty. Rock, 150% damage versus stunned. While not stunned, debuff target Minus 15% stun res if not stunned. Well, stun, 100% armor piercing, 200% crit multiplier. So this turns into a nuke when you stun himself. Alright. Let's go ahead and use Petrify then. Overwhelm. Or Overpower. Petrify. Get that massive debuff. Come on, debuff land. Yeah. Here we go. This is gonna be spicy. Forgot about that. It clears stun. Come forth. Meet your doom. Yes. Face the storm. Old man is charged and powered up. Alright, let's see if we can get this to land. Come on. There we go. Ah! Everyone got stunned. Not sure how I feel about the party stun with that move.
Impressive.
Ooh. You daze on a... Interesting. Very interesting. Oliver, you are very quirky. Very, very quirky lad. They're gonna kill themselves on the riposte. I should have used the Magatama, actually. Now I see what Zotman meant by this team being very spicy when I showed it to him in DMs. This is a very spicy team, actually. Lots of weird, kooky effects going on. Alrighty. Go ahead and finish you off. I can't wait for all of his effects to be added. I will take
Success
that.
so clearly in view. Or is
You can
it
get rid of
really
that by
a
now.
trick of the light?
Go ahead and grab the citrines and the jade. Reshuffle everybody. Okay. Title. No, Maelstrom. Not worth the price of admission. In all honesty, even at 70% all heroes stun, really doesn't feel too good when it, because it takes him out of his charge state. It doesn't feel too hot. We'll see how the rest of this dungeon goes. Go ahead down here. I'm going to scream if this is the... Okay. Hopefully it wasn't the Scarecrow. Alrighty. I'm getting more confident in the team the more I use them. Okay, let's go ahead and feed the beast. Get a little self-heal there. So, feed the beast is a free action. It needs to say that. Buff self, 20% damage, 2 speed. Alright. Go ahead and rip and tear. Didn't do much there. You know what? I'm gonna stun this deer if I can. Or that spider. Yeah.
Well struck.
Come on, stun. Nice, nice. Good. Alright. Go and hook this idiot. Bring you up front. Alright, you're dead. That little bit of bleed helped. Alright, perfect. And let's go ahead and guard the guru. And clear the stun. Oh, that's a fantastic guard. I'm loving that.
Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Oliver, you might be a little strong, and I can't complain. Let's keep him uncharged for now and just get that little slight bleed going. Alrighty. The poor deer
Falls.
did not know
Seize
what to
this
do.
momentum. Push on to
And that's why stuns are dumb. Alrighty. Not too bad. We are out of food. Great. Cool. Lovely. We are out of food. Thanks, Glutton. I love you. I love Glutton so much. Alright. Fungal artillery. I don't miss apprentice fights. I love the variation in the veteran and above. Okay. Let's go ahead and overpower. And smack you. I do not want you getting a turn off. Alright. Rev up. You got HP hit. Beat the beast. Yep. Come forth, be your doom. That's a really good skill. Alright, Ripperkin has some potential. There's some really nice potential there. Alright, face the storm. Now we're going to use Tidal Wrath. Wish that did a little bit more damage. I think Harborman might be lacking in the damage department. Yeah, he only has 5 to 9. Because he's meant to like ramp up his damage in his charge state. But he really doesn't have the oomph behind it. Alright. It'd be stupid not to do this, but let's see. You are dead to the bleed. Yeah, just going to clear the stun. It'd be stupid not to do it.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
I want to see how he performs this second turn. Go ahead and do this. Go. Kill the nymph.
Another abomination.
Damn, that Nosferatu hits hard. If anything, I think Nosferatu needs a slight damage nerf. Its L-Lite is only minus 15%, but it has more reach. My thought. This is not really coming into effect. He needs to fall below 40% health. The Lash of Lightning, 4 to 8. 1 to 2. That's his big hit, Brutal Discharge, but the accuracy sucks. Only 65 accuracy? Alright. You meant to boost it with Lash of Lightning, but in practice it doesn't really translate too well. Go ahead and keep using it. See how it feels. There we go. And go ahead, waste your turn. Is that a free action? Or does it... Okay, eats the turn.
A powerful blow.
She must have left blood stated stage. So far with Ripperkin, she needs a way to display which mode she is in when it comes to Rev. I don't think yeah. It's Feed the Beast that changes. The tooltips are confusing with Ripperkin, with Feed the Beast. There's a lot of tooltip shenanigans going on here. So at a glance, it's really hard to tell what she does, and unless you've like, you know, take a moment to sit down and read it, study it, comprehend it. But my brain, dyslexic as it is, goes. Might as well be reading word spaghetti, you know what I mean? But so far, I like the premise of her. Really fun. Oliver, so far, has been really pretty good. He's pretty basic, pretty straightforward. Go ahead and finish you off. He's a backline support. He's some pretty good frontline damage, essentially. I'm gonna get rid of that. Alright, clear that. I don't... My brain is not with me today, sorry. Okay. We need at least 2 more rooms. Hopefully we don't get a hunger check. Okay, we're fine. We're fine for one more hunger check. 3 cultists. That should be fine. Feed the beast. So this goes from
Sedated.
sated, bloodlust. And then bloodlust is normal. Is sated and bloodlust? Yeah, the tooltips need addressing because I see character, sated, bloodlust, and then normal. Right? So like, it just, we need the terminology set in stone of what's going on there. Because here you have character, sated, bloodlust. Yeah. She has like 3 modes. From what it seems like. It's just confusing. The tooltips are confusing me. Wild. That's all. Nothing against the class. It's just tooltip shenanigans. Alright, you're dead. But she is very strong. Low health, but very strong. Alright. You might as well do some shenanigans. I'm gonna overpower you. And see if we can't crit fish. Get that debuff. Aw. Alright. Stun? Oh. You have accuracy issues too. Arborman needs buffs, and Ripperkin just needs quality of life changes. And Guru is more or less complete from what it looks like. Just needs his effects. Oliver is 99% complete. I think he's just in testing right now. I still think Nosferatu needs a slight nerf. Like damage modifier nerf. Because it's really strong. Go and guard the Harborman so we can heal him next turn. Go. Very good move resistance, I believe, on the Ripperkin. Would make sense if she has good move resistance, at least. Oh, only 30%, really. Ah, whatever. Go ahead and rip and tear. Here we are. That's fine. Is she getting rot? Yeah, it's only from... Yeah, it's only from the ribbon. Okay. Go ahead and hook you. Oliver, I need you to heal. Thank you. Use that heal staff. Which is funny, he's not really a good candidate to use staves in Path of... Is it Radiant Dawn? Where he's the playable character? I always get the two mixed up. But when you use him as a playable character, there's like stiff competition for using staves. But I'm glad it's an option for him. Option. It's a heal, for Christ's sakes. Let's do the shorter hallways. Let's get out of this fresh hell. This video has gone on long enough as well.
Carelessness will find no clemency in this place.
Alrighty. Okay, we're Rawdogging it today.
The match is struck.
There we go.
A blazing star is
let's
born.
get out of here. I don't like apprentice dungeons. I don't want to spend any longer there than I have to. Okay, as you can see, we also had Butcher Bird on the estate. 14,000 gold, not too shabby. Level 1s, yuck. Koshu, -3 max HP, 30% stress. Goody. Goody, 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 goody. I love stress. Alright. So you ask him, what fresh hell was this run?
Barely whispered aloud by decent folk.
Ripperkin. Rip and Tear, forward 1, 95 accuracy, -20% damage mod, 4 crit. Usable in the front 2 and hits the front 2 enemies. In character, debuff target minus 15% proc, while sated, same thing. And while Bloodlust, 30% damage versus bleeding. Self, minus 6 HP every time you use it. Blood is fuel, usable only in the front, 100 accuracy, 6 crit. Bypass guard, as character, bleeds 1 for 3. As sated, breaks guard and bleeds. As Bloodlust, bleed 6 for 2, clear riposte, minus 6 HP. Whiplash, usable only in the front, 100 accuracy, minus 10% damage mod. Hits one of the two front 2 enemies. Also, Bloodlust can hit up to rank 3. As character, knockback 1, stun, 70% chance. Sated, knockback and stun, same thing. Bloodlust, knockback 3, stun, 110% base, minus 4 HP. And we have Come Forth, usable in rank 1, hits rank 4. 100 accuracy, minus 40% damage mod, plus 4 crit. As character, pull 3, debuff target minus 9 dodge. Not sure how I feel about the dodge debuff. Okay, let me continue. As sated, pull 3, minus 9 dodge, same as before. As Bloodlust, pull 3, minus 2 HP. Debuff target, minus 9 dodge, minus 6 speed. Now we're talking. I think the Bloodlust, Bloodlust could be a little bit stronger on its debuff. Since this is an Iron Swan moment. Like Iron Swan, but it's a pull 3. The pull 3 alone is really good. Day of Ruin. Usable only in position 4. Quad AoE, 85 accuracy, minus 40% damage mod, plus 9 crit. As character, 50% chance to stun. Self shuffle single. Alright, sated, same thing, 50%. Blah, blah, blah. As Bloodlust, 50% stun, bleed 110%, 1 for 3, shuffle single, or self shuffle single, minus 2 HP. This could be fun. Is sated just bugged out and does she only have 2 modes, or is it 3? I'm confused. Interesting. Alright, rev up. Free action. Gain an extra action. Cooldown 2 rounds. Debuff self minus 45% max HP. Pretty straightforward. Use Feed the Beast. 2 uses per battle. As character, heal self 6 HP. Change to mode Bloodlust. Buff self 20% damage, 2 speed. As Bloodlust, change to mode normal. Okay, so this is basically her amp up state. Alright. Tooltips need some cleaning up. Hard to really get a gauge on her overall kit. It's just, does she have character sated in Bloodlust, or is it just character in Bloodlust? Or is it sated in Bloodlust? I don't know. Confusing me. 30 max HP at level 1, 6 to 12 damage. Not too bad on the damage, actually. 7 crit, very high crit, very decent damage. Average speed. Kind of low dodge. Pretty decent health. Not bad overall. Pretty decent bleed resistance there. God damn. 80%? That's nuts. That's a really high bleed res. Alright, Harborman. Face the Storm, 2 speed, 4 dodge while charged. Suffer 3 damage per turn while charged. Charge to mode. Change to mode charged. That's basically Abomination Transform. Hook up. Usable in 1, 2, 3. Hits any of the enemies. 90 accuracy, minus 15% damage mod. 6 crit. Bleed, 80% base. 1 bleed, 80%. 1 for 2. Full, 110% base. Not a bad bonk, but his low damage kind of... I don't really use this too often. It's good for the pull, though. Anchors Away, 100 accuracy, 5 crit. Usable in 1, 2, 3. Hits enemies 1, 2, 3. Knockback 1. This should be a knockback 2, in all honesty. Should change it to a knockback 2, minus 10% stun res. And depending on how that stun res debuff scales, that could be a little bit higher too. Batten down the hatches, usable in 2 and 3. Hits any of the enemies. 90 accuracy, minus 100% damage mod, 100 base stun, minus 2 speed. A solid stun, actually. That's actually pretty good. Now, this is his charged mode skills. Flash of Lightning, 110 accuracy, usable 2, 3, 4, hits any of the enemies, 5 accuracy, 5% crit. Self, plus 5 accuracy to Brutal Discharge, minus 5 HP on himself. Tidal Wrath, Frontal Cleave, usable in 1, 2, 3, 90 accuracy, minus 75% damage mod. I think that minus 75% is a bit high for a negative modifier. At least for this skill. Minus 4 crit, minus 5 dodge, debuff. Flash of Lightning plus 10% damage received, and Brutal Discharge plus 10% damage received. I love my damage received debuffs, so those are pretty good. Then Maelstrom. This is a quad AoE. Usable in 1, 2, 3, 4. 85 accuracy, minus 100% damage mod. 100% base stun. Shuffle group. Self uncharged. Shuffle group 70% chance. Minus 5 HP. All heroes 70% base. And let me head to the guild real quick because he has another skill called Brutal Discharge. Brutal Discharge, 65 accuracy, plus 25% damage mod, 20% crit, armor and piercing. On this, 6% damage. On hit, change the mode uncharged. Alright. Head on over to the Guru. The Guru. You know what? He's going to get his own video. Simple as. Same with Oliver. Those two are going to get their own videos. Alright, do you have anything? Nope. Okay, let's go ahead and give Harborman go ahead and read Harborman's guild description. Despite his frail appearance, the Harborman is a hard worker through and through. With his fishing gaff and knowledge of the ship defense, he can hold his own in battle if necessary. If he desires the punch that he lacks, he can use the Eye of the Deep One to infuse himself with the power of a storm and strike down any who oppose him with lightning and powerful waves. This does, however, come at a cost, as the Harborman's old body will begin to fall apart from lightning coursing through his veins, and can be easily killed if he does not expel the energy in time. Yeah, I've noticed that. Not the writing flows pretty nice. Whoever wrote this is a pretty good writer. Whoever wrote this is very good at writing. It flows very well. A good sailor is nothing without his tools, and the Harborman is no exception. While his fishing gaff does help with his bum leg, it also aids in hooking foes and pulling them to the front lines. Alright. We get a glimpse at his kit. Alright, no survivalist. Does Guru have anything? Nope. Alright, Oliver. Champion of all things beautiful. The aesthetic. Uses his main spells to bolster his party's survivability while smiting his inferiors with the goddess's light. If needed, he'll even put his own divine body on the line in the defense of beauty. Blessed by the luxurious life of aristocratic bishop, the ascetic wears only the finest silks and jewelry. Though hardly battle ready, his faith and station have allowed him access to tomes of light, magic, arcane staves, which he can use to smite foes or support allies. Fuck it, I'll go over his kit real quick. So, Oliver has L-Light, usable in 2, 3, 4, 100 accuracy, minus 15% damage mod, plus 8 crit, plus 7 torch, debuff target, minus 17 accuracy. Motherfuck, that's a good skill. Nosferatu, usable in 1, 2, 3, 4, hits enemies 1 and 2, 95 accuracy, neutral damage mod. This is what I mean when I say Nosferatu might be a little strong when it comes to the damage. Plus 5 crit, bypass repulse, 100% lifesteal. Those for out to tanking, baby. Valora, excuse me. Usable in 2, 3, 4. Hits any of the enemies 1 through 4. Corner accuracy minus 40% damage modifier. 6 crit. Blight 120% base. 3 for 3. 3 points for 3 rounds. 50% crit versus marked. Transfer blight mark from self to target. Very nice. Protector of Beauty. Usable in 3 and 4. Target, guard, and clear stun. That is nice. That's very nice. Guard for 2 rounds, clear stun. Self, minus 25% stress, activate Riposte. Riposte, 110 accuracy, minus 40% damage, 3 crit, plus 33% guard duration versus birds. Wow! Oh, right. Calls his little birds. He's a bird lover. Falling Light, valid under 40%, max HP, 110 accuracy, usable in 1, 2, 3, 4, triple AoE for the enemy party, minus 40% damage mod, plus 4 crit, plus 12 torch, all heroes minus 5 stress, buff self, plus 50% healing received. Patrona 3, cooldown 1 round, other heroes heal 2 HP. Self, restoration 2 for 1 round. Plus 5 healing versus guarding and guard it. Plus 5 restoration versus guarding and guard it. Plus 1 healing for birds. So prefect, anointed, resonant, etc. L's Silence. Usable once per turn. Usable once per battle. 95 accuracy. Doesn't do any damage with a 100% damage modifier. Target, silence. That means no stress skills. Minus 45% all skill chances. 5 fucking rounds. Holy shit. That's a great shutdown skill. What a great adaptation of the Silent Staff. What a great adaptation. That's fantastic. Yeah, he is straight from Fire Emblem, in case anyone didn't know. Then we have the Guru. He gets his own video. I'm not breaking my brain with him. Not breaking my brain. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is that. I know it's been a minute. Also, we have the Butcher Bird. A slightly altered Butcher Bird. She is a little bit different. She still has a broken ass triple AoE mark, but yeah, we'll see how she plays in the near future. But ladies and gentlemen, that will be it for this episode. I do hope you guys enjoyed this one. Watching me fumble through using 4 completely new heroes, 4 completely unknown characters to me in both the testing phase and in general. So I just ran around like a chicken with its head cut off going bark, 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 bark. It's also been a minute since I recorded the video. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I will see ya when I see ya. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that YouTube jazz, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.